mug set up like that. Like, never mind. What is good, family? That is right. We are back finally after this 4th of July weekend. If y'all celebrated, I hope y'all had a good time. But if you see my face, then y'all should know what time it is. We're here to talk kicks, baby. So let's see what we're about to be taking a look at today. All right, gang, let's get right into it. Let's take a look at what we're about to unbox today. Today, we are going to be taking a look at a pair of Jordan 1s, Jordan 1 lows to be exact. And I'm sure you could probably tell just by the colors on the box of what they might be. But before you make any guesses, let's take a look at the side of the box with that size tag and see what we're working with. All right, y'all already know what's going on. Taking a look at the side of the box with that size tag, get a little breakdown of what we're looking at. So today we have the Obsidian Jordan 1 lows. They did come out earlier this year in 2025. I can't exactly remember the date off the top of my head. I'll have to look at my notes. But before we start getting into a bunch of the information on these shoes, let's just take a look at them. So these ones are a size 11. I do normally wear a size 12, depending on the shoe. Most shoes I can fit a 12, but for whatever reason, y'all, these felt big. These felt big in a 12. The 11 felt right, so that's what we ended up going with. Style code on these boys is CZ0790400. So without further ado, let's open these bad boys up. And for the moment we've all been waiting for, let's flip that paper. Boom. There we have it, y'all. The Obsidian 1 lows. And I know what you're probably thinking. Oh, it's just another Jordan 1 low. And it is. It is. As much as I like the Obsidian colorway, I'm not going to go all the way. Ooh, I see 2 marks I got to clean up. Y'all probably see them too. But as much as I like the Obsidian colorway, classic colorway, OG colorway, I'm not going to go as far as to say these are my least favorite sneakers in my collection, but I will say that I definitely could have done, I'd have been just fine. I'd have been just fine if I didn't buy these. There is a reason that I did buy them. So let's get this other one out and start talking about these bad boys a little bit more. So here we have it, y'all. There go those Jordan 1 low Obsidians. Just like most of the pairs that I've recently gotten, I did cop these while I was working at JD. Man, best believe I took advantage of that discount when I was working there, baby. Like, just to give y'all an example, take a look at this. Air Jordan 1 Retro Low OG retailed at $140. I paid $98 bucks, which is cool to me. A Jordan 1 for under $100. Honestly, if you guys wanted to pick these up yourselves, you could find these for under retail, just about anywhere online. That is, you can find these bad boys online under retail just about anywhere. I know in select sizes, like the grade school sizes, preschool sizes, stuff like that, we did start marking them down and putting them on sale towards the end of my time at JD, and these really didn't do that well, in my opinion, as far as sales. I expected them, being that they are the Obsidian colorway, I expected these things to go a lot crazier. We really didn't sell too many pairs of these. Excuse me. I don't know if it's the fact that it's, you know what I'm saying, just like another Jordan 1 low. There were some QC issues on these, which we're going to get into here in a moment once I actually sit down. But there were some QC issues on these, so I don't know if it's just the fact that it's another Jordan 1 low. I don't know if the QC issues had anything to do with it, but these didn't do too well as far as sales. I know in the beginning of the video, I said that I couldn't remember the date that these came out. I know that they came out in March. But just to give a reference as to how poorly these things did, they came out earlier in March of this year in 2025. And by the time we released the Ferraris, we still had pairs of these sitting. So I mean, if you're a fan of the original colorways, you like Jordan 1 lows, this is a cool shoe. Jordan 1 lows, you could do a lot with these things. There is a reason that I picked these ones up. Not really anything to do with the colorway or anything like that, but I'll get into that here. I mean, still a good-looking shoe, man. For what it is, for a Jordan 1 low, still a good-looking shoe. Can't go wrong with the colorway. Quality on these is, they feel good, they look good. Quality on these, just like any other Jordan 1 low. You know what I'm saying? These bad boys gon' crease, baby. Even if you got crease protectors in them. Man, I was walking like a goon all day. If you don't care about the creases, then you're fine. But if you do care about the creases, man, tread lightly. So now that we've kind of taken a look all around at these bad boys, let's really get into it. All right, gang, so let's break these down and get into the logistics of these bad boys here, these Obsidian 1 lows. All right, so in the beginning of the video, I had said that they were an original colorway. Take that with a grain of salt, because the Obsidian is not an original colorway for the retro ones, nor is it even a colorway from 85. The Obsidian colorway was first released on the Air Jordan 12s in 1997. Okay, so my apologies, but my shit's acting weird, and for whatever reason not allowing me to do a voiceover over that picture. But just for some insight, that is not my pair. That is a picture I pulled off of the internet. But that right there, ladies and germs, is the image of the original 1997 Jordan 12 Obsidians, where this colorway is inspired from. I just wanted to show you that. I was going to put the voiceover over it, but like I said, not allowing me to for some reason. So it's probably going to be like this when we take a look at the 2019 Obsidian ones. Just a warning. All right, back to the video. So the Obsidian colorways, you guys probably have seen the Obsidian 12s. If not, I will put a picture in the video so you guys can get a reference. But the Obsidian colorway was first featured on the 12s, and the Obsidian 12s first released in 1997. Now, these did make a comeback, the Obsidian colorway, on a pair of Jordan 1 highs, but that wasn't until 2019. Once again, guys, my sincerest apologies, but the picture that we just saw, those are those 2019 Obsidian 1 highs. What these are inspired by. I just wanted to give you that, guys, or give you guys that for reference. And if I remember correctly, at least in my area, the Obsidian 1 highs went fucking nuts when they dropped in 2019. So honestly, I was super excited to see these come back in 2025. However, I am a little bit disappointed to see that it was a Jordan 1 low instead of the Jordan 1 highs. Not to say I don't have anything against Jordan 1 lows. Honestly, I think I've mentioned it in a previous video of mine that Jordan 1s are probably my favorite model of Jordans. However, beggars can't be choosers. If I had, if I got to pick, I would rather have the Jordan 1 highs. But I still was super excited to see the Obsidian colorway come back. These obviously, like I said, these did release this year in 2025, back in March, which brings me to the reason why I wanted to get them. They came out, if I remember correctly, at least when I was working at JD, we put these out on the shelves March 29th of this year, 2025. And the reason why I wanted to get them was because my son's second birthday was on March 30th, and I was like, dang, dude, how cool would it be to get me and my son matching Obsidians for his birthday? So that's exactly what I did. I bought him a pair of Obsidians, and Dad got himself the matching pair, because that has always been a dream of mine, is to have matching shoes with my kids. So that is the reason that I spoke of in the beginning of this video. Like I also said, I am not gonna go as far as to say that I don't like these, because if I didn't like them that much, I wouldn't have bought them. But I also would have been just fine if I didn't buy them. But I really wanted to get these to match with my son, so I ended up picking them up. Like I said, I didn't pay retail for these. I paid $98 for these ones, plus tax. Again, like I've said, I hate to sound like a broken record, but most of the more recent pairs of sneakers that I've gotten, I haven't paid retail for any of them, and that's not a flex. I'm saying that because you guys shouldn't be paying retail either, especially if you guys wanted to pick these up. Don't get me wrong. Yes, it is another Jordan 1 low. It is another Jordan 1 low. I could probably go the rest of my life without seeing another Jordan 1 low, another Dunk, or even Air Forces. But solid colorway, dude. Solid colorway, solid versatile shoe. You can do a whole bunch with Jordan 1s, including the lows. If you wanted to pick these up, I guarantee you guys could cop these for under retail right now. I know on StockX, they sat just under retail for the longest time. I don't know what they're looking like. Excuse me. I don't know what they're looking like now. Haven't taken a look in a while. But yeah, you guys could find these under retail for sure if you guys wanted to get them. Like I said, solid shoe, solid colorway. Obviously, these ones were, the colorway pays homage to Jordan's alma mater, UNC. But yeah, man, these are it. Like I've said, not my favorite pair, but to be truthful, my only pair of Jordan 1 lows. So I'm gonna rock them, man. I'm gonna rock them. Me and my boy, we're gonna pull them out together and we're gonna stun on them. I think that is about all I have for these ones. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know we haven't been posting daily like we normally do, just with the holiday and stuff. Like I said, hope you guys had a good 4th. Thank you. Oh, before I go, actually, the QC issues that I said that I would talk about. So these did have QC issues. We actually ended up putting them out a little bit later than we were supposed to because we got, I'd say, anywhere from like 12 to 15 pairs that we couldn't sell. If you guys don't know about the QC issues, so basically there were a bunch of pairs that went out that on the right shoe, it was the right shoe only. The toe, as opposed to, obviously you guys know how the toe of the shoe, it's rounded. Well, on these pairs that were a little less inadequate, dude, no joke, it honestly was funny to see them because like I said, we had like 12 to 15 pairs at JD, but the toe boxes were square, dude. The toe boxes were fucking square and not round like this. So they ended up getting pushed back, at least in JD. I don't know about anywhere else, but they did get pushed back. So I was a little weary. We had separated all of our pairs that were bad and whatnot from the pairs that we could sell, but I was still a little weary before I checked out and whatnot. I was like, let me see those real quick because I'm not about to take home a square ass shoe. But yeah, so that was the QC issues that I mentioned. Once again, thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for the views. They've not gone unnoticed. We promise to bring some more material. Like I've said in one of the last videos, anything from music to fashion to gaming to you name it, we cover quite a few topics. But these, ladies and gentlemen, have been the Jordan 1 Obsidian lows with your boy, Sly Shillings. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And as always, stay safe, fam.